Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow my journey. I am officially 32 weeks and exactly one day. Yesterday was Wednesday, and I had my 32-week appointment. It went really well, and I asked my doctor some questions that I've been having, mainly about some minor things that I really thought might have an effect on delivery and labor. One of them being, I do have a hernia that I've had since like my first trimester. It came in pretty suddenly, but basically it looks like this, and it's like not too bad. It doesn't really hurt. I can push in and like I don't feel any pain at all whatsoever. But in the end, I may have to have surgery to get it fixed. My doctor keeps telling me that there are some things that we have to wait for, mostly just to see if it'll go away on its own after I give birth. And if it doesn't, then yes, we will have to talk about having it surgically fixed. As of right now, it's not in a position where my intestines are getting stuck in the hole. It just gets uncomfortable at times when I eat a little bit too much, and then the pressure of her and all of my organs and everything kind of push my intestines out. But other than that, it really does not bother me. I just have to make sure not to overeat when I do eat, when I'm extremely hungry, which hasn't really been a problem, but sometimes I do eat a little bit too much. Aside from the hernia, I asked my doctor if she thinks I'll be able to have a natural birth, and she is very optimistic that I will be able to. The only thing that we are really waiting on is a consult from an anesthesiologist to see if I'll be able to have an epidural based on the positions of the rods in my back, and I believe I will be hearing about that within the next couple of weeks, hopefully. She said that she was going to reach out to an anesthesiologist, and then I'll probably have a video call with them, and based off of what they think, they'll just let me know yes or no. The one thing I'm still unsure about is if they do tell me no, and I have to have a C-section. My doctor did say that I would have to have an epidural for the C-section. So I'm not exactly sure how that would go about, but I guess we will see. And it just really, everything depends on if the anesthesiologist thinks I can have an epidural or not. But I actually did get some news from a friend who is a labor and delivery nurse, I believe. She told me that she came across a patient who had metal in her back just like me, and she was able to have an epidural. Obviously, I don't know where her metal was placed or anything, but that kind of gives me a little bit of hope that I will be able to have one if I want one. I've always been someone that's wanted a natural birth with no pain meds, but seeing as how my body is taking this pregnancy, I'm probably gonna have some pain meds, whether it's relaxants or an epidural if it gets too bad. I want to have that option at this point. One of the other things that I've really been worried about, and no one can really like help me with an answer or anything, not because they're uneducated, but because it's really based off of a person-to-person basis, especially someone with a spinal fusion. And I'm really, I don't know, this just keeps like rolling around in my brain, but could I like throw up my back during labor? I know that I won't be able to be in the normal position like normal women do when they're giving birth, with the legs like pushed all the way up and everything. I know it's like you have to bear down or whatever, but I physically cannot do that. Yes, I can like stretch my leg up and whatnot, but I really just don't think I'll be able to with my big belly and the way that my back doesn't curve the way that I need to. I just don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So I'll probably have to talk like alternative positions and whatnot, which is totally fine. I why that's something that's just been racking my brain basically, but I guess we will see. I just felt like this was a little bit of a better angle. But basically that's all of the questions that I had for my doctor, and like other than, you know, just getting bigger and you know, putting on the necessary weight, I physically feel pretty good. I'm not, you know, like 100% or anything, which I wish I was, but basically I do still have the round ligament pain in my pelvis and everything. She likes to sit kind of low, I feel, and basically sleeping is insanely hard for two reasons basically. One of them being the pain that I have in my pelvis, like between my legs, and two, my back has really started to take a toll in this, just because she is starting to basically pull like my body forward, and even just sitting like this, like I'm sitting up straight, but I feel like my back is like this, and that really, really hurts. Like, let me tell you, like I try and just, you know, stretch forward or just like kind of try and roll my back forward like this, but it really just doesn't do much. And so when I'm laying down, I really try and roll forward to kind of like ease that stretching pain that I have. I do have a pillow that I like to put between my legs, and lately I've had to double it up in order to bring my hips further apart so that it feels a lot better and I don't have as much pain between my legs as I usually do. And then other than that, I do have a pregnancy pillow, but I kind of don't like to use it just because I feel so restricted, and I also feel like I'm taking up most of the bed with my boyfriend sleeping next to me. So I use a regular pillow that I put between my legs, and then I have part of my pregnancy pillow that detaches, which is kind of great, and I just kind of like hug it in a way to where like my shoulders move, I kind of lean forward around the pillow, and it kind of gives that like little relief off of my spine. I cannot sleep on my back all that much anymore. Plus I'm a stomach sleeper. I love sleeping on my stomach and I hate sleeping on my back. So I've had to, you know, just adapt to sleeping on either one of my sides. And it's been really, really hard, honestly. Like, sleeping is probably one of the hardest things right now. Like, when I'm up and about, it doesn't really hurt all that much. Like, yeah, it's sore, but it doesn't really hurt as much as rolling over does. And when I'm sleeping and I have to roll over and I don't do it a certain way, it hurts. Or I just wake up every like 30 minutes and roll over because the pain does not allow me to sleep very well. I really try my best to sleep through the night, but I haven't slept through the night in months. It's just not in the books for me. But basically, as of right now, I am just trying to get through the next 8 weeks. And I do stretches as much as I can. I can't really do them on the floor, so I try and do what I can on the bed. I can't do stretches on the floor. Like, I have a yoga mat. I used to do yoga, but basically the hardness of even just putting my yoga mat on the floor and laying like on my back to do the stretches that I need to do, I don't know what it is, but there's like a pressure on my hips that honestly, it just hurts too much. The stretches are helping as much as they can. I just haven't really been as consistent as I should be, because some days I wake up in more pain than I normally do. Not exactly sure why, but I really just take it day by day. And I try and get in my walking, and she's making this mama really hoping that she comes on time and we don't have to wait too long. Because yes, I am gonna miss being pregnant, but at this point I am just ready to not be pregnant and have all of this pressure, and my back just hurts so bad. I knew it was going to be hard, and most women going through pregnancy do have a problem, but I feel like I am getting the short end of the stick here, and I am just honestly ready for it to be over. I'm ready to hold her, and I feel like I was always designated to be a mom. I am so excited to meet her. My mom's excited to meet her, Jesse's excited to meet her, and we are just waiting for her arrival, and I really need to clean her area. Her bassinet is full of everything. I really need to take care of that before she comes, otherwise she's not gonna have a place to sleep. That's basically it for now, and I made a TikTok to get on that train, so I will put all of my links below. Make sure to subscribe, ask me any questions. I always answer all of my DMs and comments, and I really hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!